Okay, Daki, here we have GoHard on the attack, out of range on the defense. Are we going to see Pincer? Are we going to see crazy lineup? What's going to happen?
It's going to be a northern attack, I think, here for GoHard, or at least they want to punish somebody that goes there. Perhaps with Tuxtika in a Pincer as well, tying in the middle, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if GoHard is going to go for the rush here or just spreading out in the beginning.
Looks like this time Carry Barry's letting Annihilator go first rather than him going first at the start. It could be Tyne's going to get himself what? Tyne looks like he's changed his ammo there because he's on a slow reload, Daki.
Yeah, he could have just switched ammo. Perhaps he was loading the wrong ammo type in the beginning. Tuna, as I will call him for the rest of the season.
So maybe some action at the top of the map as we see Senti get himself spotted out by Annihilator and also by Carry Barry coming up in behind him there. Skyrim Diplomat also coming up to help and Kaizu coming up to help him as well. Looks like Annihilator and Carry Barry are going to get across here safe this time. Carry Barry, mate, don't go on outside. That's how you got eliminated last time. He's the first one to get shot at by Senti there getting a shot across. So
there's a lot of beef there waiting though. There's a 50B and Senti is there as well. I'm not sure if this is going to go well for GoHard.
Annihilator and Carry Barry trying to get up as far as they can. They're going to try and get Crossfire's back. Formula Adden getting absolutely destroyed here as he's the first one down. Carry Barry getting damage on the board. Can he take out Senti as well? Come on, Carry, get a second shot in. Well done, mate. So 2 kills. He has redeemed himself. Annihilator taking a huge amount of damage though as both him and Carry Barry... Oh well. Annihilator's now dead. Carry Barry down 547 health. But in return, GoHard have taken out 2 tanks. But now they've lost 2 tanks as Carry Barry and Annihilator are dead.
The annoyance is here for GoHard that they have 50Bs on the cap. I mean, Vala should be able to pen very easily these shells because 50Bs, they don't have the armor, but Vala has to be careful since he got spotted in return.
Counter Crossfire coming back into Vala as all 3 tanks here, Diplomat, Kaizu and Skyrim are going to shoot back into Vala. Vala limps away there. Oh, now he's dead. He was limping away in very small health, but call me Piotr can do a little bit of damage here, but now he's on a reload. You see Raging Potato and Deha coming around in the corner. Tyne was around the bottom. He's going to relocate around, but now the problem is that Tyne's not going to help his team. He's completely out of the battle at this stage.
I mean, these 50Bs don't have shells. We talked about this. These autoloaders, Diplomat has 2, but Skyrim only now almost has reload available. They're going to have to sack at least Diplomat for this.
Diplomat doing what he can to protect his teammates. Skyrim looks like he's going to get around this corner, but at what cost is he's probably going to take another shot just before he goes. He's loaded. He manages to miss one, but he takes another one there. 370. It's a bit of a low roll there.
Tracked on the corner, though. Unlucky Skyrim gets tracked on the corner.
Skyrim now gets dropped as well as we see Kaizu and Tyne, the only ones left. Again, the tactics that we knew for GoHard were going to try and do, but once again, it just doesn't work. This push, this rush at base number 1 just doesn't work for them.
Nope, that rush, it wasn't very effective. I mean, I'm already surprised they managed to do so much damage on Formula Adin, but out of range, recovering, readjusting, and playing it out well, getting close to the 50Bs and using the fact that they were on reload to chase them away. And just an all in general, solid stuff from out of range.
Tyne's going to try and do what he can here, but call me Piotr sitting there back in covering the back cap as we see Raging Potato and Deha just moving through the middle. They're going to face off against Kaizu. Kaizu's only got 3 shells on him, but he doesn't have the health to be able to tangle with both of these tanks. They can just trade shots and block each other. Kaizu not even able to get his last shot over there as we actually see Tyne take down Raging Potato and doing what he can, but there's the additional cover from Carl Alphys. He's going to just rush into Tyne. Tyne now on a reload as Deha's just going to ram him to death. And there we go, round 1 going to out of range, Daki.
I don't want to say I said it, but I did say it.
Then you just said it. Why didn't you say it? You said you didn't want
to
say
it. I said I didn't want to say it, but I
you were going
to
say it.
I didn't want to say it, but I had to say it.
Okay. So, is this going to be the start? Is it going to be a landslide 5-0 now for out of range?
No way. I mean, GoHard, if they've shown anything, for example, when they were playing with Ding as well and with Oops as well, this is a team that can trade blow for blow. They don't seem to have an issue with that. I don't think tilting is a real issue in that team anymore. Maybe perhaps ragey a little bit, like Danny said in the interview, but tilting...
Sometimes, yeah, a bit of like... I
mean, but there's a difference between raging and like being on a tilt, you know? Like,
yeah.
But I think they can go blow for blow here. And especially because they're now coming onto Ruinberg defense, they should be able to hold this one.
Now, I'm no pro player myself, but I think it's fair to say that GoHard, I think the teams are getting pretty well clued into this top rush that they do when they do all back chats and all Frenchies.
It's not a very hard one to read. I'm kind of disappointed with this way out of range setup for it. If once they saw those two batch chats cross, for one, Formula should not be firing on 50Bs. Formula should keep his 4 shells, wait on that A8 corner. As soon as the batch chats come close to do damage on Senti, he completely unloads on one of them and just stays on the side there. And then if Piotr comes in later, they just kill the batch chats for free.
So here's the top damage
Nice,
to it.
Deca.
Whoa!
Raging as well, though. Both 4K. I mean,
FV215B is coming in to carry the team as the rest of their teammates dropped.
especially imagining there's not that much line HP in the lineup of GoHard with all the auto loaders.
Yep. Diplomat, the man we highlight so many times for GoHard, coming in here top damage for his team, third overall in the battle, but sadly just not able to do enough as the rest of the team just wasn't there. Tyne, Kaizu and Scarium coming in the bottom three, but then we see, I mean, Formula, Adin and Vala. Look at this, two AMX 50Bs who did pretty much nothing. No wonder we had those two FV215Bs at the top there.
Nope, no surprise that they made up for a lot of mistakes. Vala getting spotted there. I said it, and you know, when you get spotted there, it's not the easiest shot in the world, but it's a doable shot, and if you have... But then again, you have to think it kind of worked in favor of out of range, because you saw how many shells they used, right? They used a ton of shells on Vala, which they didn't
this was bad. Formula doesn't even get a shot in himself.
I don't know what he fired on at this point. He is on reload.
Yeah.
I think he fired on Diplomat, but it's more important to kill these bad shots at that point.
Yeah, Carry Barry was able to get the kills, but I see Annihilator getting absolutely destroyed, and I think it was Call Me Piotr was the one that came in eventually around behind him. Now, at this stage, you've got the 3 MXs in the cap, but like you said, the minute they shoot the clips out, they're in trouble.
They wasted a lot of shells on Vala because they didn't connect everything, which then gave this FE215Bs like, hello.
Deha gets the kill here, he gets the shot into Skyrim. Skyrim's
tracks him. He tracks Skyrim.
He's able to come in and get more damage here, and then he's able to farm more damage in against Kaizu and I believe Tyne at the end as well. So
I mean, imagine if Skyrim doesn't get tracked there, there's still a chance for them. Like, there is still a chance. But he got tracked by Deca, I think, which was a great shot. Not lucky, I don't know why I said that, but great shot onto the track.
I mean, you see it so many times in esports, and in a way, I've watched a lot of Clan Wars type stuff, Strongholds type as well. Those tracking shots are vital when you want to take down a tank.
Yeah, if you track somebody, it's 7 players, the second guy retracks him, it's like, okay, you're dead.
So let's have a look at the lineups on round 2 and see if GoHard are going to try something different this time. I mean, they are on the defense this time with out of range on the attack. And
well, they're very French as well.
Out of range going for an almost all French lineup as well, but their one's more heavy with the MX 50Bs. Well, it actually would be roughly about the same without the T54.
It's the same amount of MX 50Bs as GoHard.
Yeah, they had 3,
but they decided to go with the T54 lightweight. It has to prove if that's the smart decision or not. You know, I'm a fan of the Tier 9 bad shots. I will always be a fan of the Tier 9 bad shots. I think it could do more than the T54 lightweight.
Okay, so out of range sitting 1-0 up against GoHard. Now, we think that GoHard are likely to take this one back to 1-1, and then we'll be going into our next map after that, which could be really interesting to see how that one goes. Generally, if any team kind of takes a 2-0 advantage or goes ahead by 2, then
it's very hard to come back
position,
from a 2-0 because a lot of maps usually tend to go one-way favor, and especially when you're 2-0 down, you already have to, you have to win a map to be able to get back all even, and then you have to win another map to go over them.
Okay, so do you think out of range you're going to try anything?
It could be the same thing as GoHard tried, for example, right? Like they could do the Northern Rush just the same, but it can also do the pincer with the 50Bs, but they can also do the South Little Village Rush.
Because we've seen GoHard counter this push on 1, and they did it spectacularly. They absolutely eliminated their opponents previously. So let's jump into round 2 here on Runeberg. Can GoHard salvage it back to 1-1, or are out of range going to make this map out of range for GoHard and take it to 2-0?
I have to see. I'm looking at the setup here coming out from out of range. It is going to be the Northern Rush, Karov through the middle to spot. Now the question will be, is GoHard ready for this? Are they going to be set up? Like so far, Diplomat will be the only one. Karov goes into the bush here. He will spot the middle road from this. Are they ready for the North Rush?
So Diplomat, what are you going to see, and how quickly can your team rotate and get a gun line going? So it's going to be...
The timing is really bad here for Diplomat. He spots the 50B, sure.
But he didn't see the back shots.
All the back shots got across.
They're across. They're completely safe. All 3 of them haven't been spotted yet. Diplomat, you're going to be in a world of hurt in just a second, mate.
He is pretty... I mean, he's relocating now because he kind of suspects what's going to happen, which is a great play from him. But still, Piotr will just push out and do 5 shells onto his side. Ooh, misses though.
Okay, so Diplomat able to get himself safe behind this building. He's going to trade shots with these tanks. It's going to be a bit like Lethal Weapon. He's going to try and claim diplomatic immunity from these tanks shooting at him. Can he survive? And it's basically how long can he survive to allow GoHard to come around to get the guns ready to aim onto out of range. As we can see, Formula, Adin and Call Me Piotr be the ones getting shot out in the crossfire here. Diplomat doing an outstanding job of just keep away here, trying to get these guys spotted, trying to get shots in when he can. Is now he wants to go in and try and finish off Call Me Piotr as he gets a shot in there. Now the base cap being started by the 3 Amex 50Bs. Caribadi getting wrecked as he came across the back. GoHard need to get focus shots here into out of range, Daki, don't they?
Yeah, but Diplomat is taking so much. He should go down here. Survives on just 7 HP. So far, it's not been that bad for out of range, but I mean, they're running out of ammo.
Suksika is able to kill Kurloff there in the battle of the T-54 lightweight against... so Suksika, the battle of the T-54 lightweights there. Caribari getting shots here on Formula Adin as he runs away. Caribari's going to get some nice shots here. Formula should drop in just a second. Kaizu going to shoot at one of the back tanks there. Gets a shot return in his face. Caribari doing what he can. Formula still just surviving there on 75 health. Out of range, they've been pushed back from this cap. Vala now coming around here to see what he can get shots at, Daki.
I mean, they've lost so much HP running away because you can see as soon as everybody was on reload from out of range. Like, actually, everybody was on reload. They had to run, and that's where you lose the HP. That's where you lose everything. That's why you keep saying, I keep saying every time you take a French setup like this with a lot of autoloaders, you need to remove some guns. If you don't remove guns, when you get on reload, you are going to get you're going to take a lot of damage running away.
Yeah. So out of range, only have 4 tanks available right now to them. They've lost 3 tanks. Formula Adin has 75 health. Senti has 965. Vala has 1,270. Decha has 1,652. Now, GoHard, on the other hand, have all 7 tanks still in the game. Now, Suksika is in the T-54 lightweight. He's only got 246 health. Kaizu in the 113 has got 293, and Diplomat's got 7. Now we see Tyne taking shots here in the crossfire from the town. It looks like Decha was getting shots across there. Now, I was just about to highlight the fact that Tyne and Annihilator still had full health. That's not the case now of Tyne, but Daki, GoHard still have 7 tanks, 7 guns.
GoHard still have 7 tanks, 7 guns. Indeed, we talked about this gun in the game, very important. Even that T-54 lightweight, leaving unchecked, he'll do a lot of damage. We've seen it before. Now Caribari got into a bush here, so he's spotting. Vala should kind of be able to figure out this one where he is, pinpoint the location and blind frame. The issue is, in that 50B, you can't really stay on that corner too long, so you have to do 1 shot, back off, 1 shot, back off. The question is, what is the plan here from out of range? I mean, they can't really do anything. GoHard has all the angles covered. Suksika is spotting the south. You have the 3 guys from D0 to F0 who are covering either the northern side or the southern side if they push Suksika. So wherever out of range decides to go, there's a pretty big crossfire, and Santi only has 1,000 HP. They can't really send anybody in.
So I made a mistake there. I said that out of range only have 4 tanks. I missed Raging Potato there, just limping about with 20 health. So out of range actually have 5 tanks, 5 guns to GoHard's 7 guns. Raging Potato, I mean, you can sneeze at him and he would go down right now, but Diplomat's the exact same on GoHard.
Yeah, Diplomat there with 7 HP, that 113. He's also, I mean, that's why he's so far back, you can see. Nile has all the HP. Nile has the entire HP difference pretty much on his tank.
Nile could just roll in there and almost act as bait, but right now there's no need for GoHard to do that. GoHard are on the defense. If out of range want to win this, out of range need to take out 7 tanks, or they need to cap right now. Either of those things look quite unlikely unless they get some kind of overextension from GoHard, and I really don't see that happening right now.
No, there's no reason for GoHard to overextend anywhere. They have all their bases covered. I mean, they have the south under control, they have the north under control. It's all up to out of range to make a play here. Santi, this might already cost him a lot of HP.
Senti wanting to get shot onto Suksika here, but he has covering fire from Tyne as well. So Senti might get a shot on the side. He might get the kill on Suksika here, but he could take a shot in return from Tyne, who's just waiting to shoot him. Tyne isn't a 50B. If he gets a tracking shot, this could be vital.
Santi should kind of realize that Suksika went into that bush, though.
Tyne also has a teammate beside him. I can't quite see because the name's just off the minimap at the moment.
Oh, there we go. Santi spotted Suksika now.
Oh,
nice.
He gets the kill. Gets the kill. Doesn't get spotted himself as he backs off. But GoHard will have known where that came from. So it's Tyne and Scarium there. Diplomat's the one that's back up in the top corner. Diplomat's kind of lurking behind him. Senti's going to try and advance up around this corner. But looks like Annihilator's on to get shots back into him. Formula Adin gets spotted there, but you can see a shot from Annihilator going into the ground.
Ooh, Vala there's some nice blind shots. So he tracks Nile. Unlucky that it didn't go through.
Nile takes a shot back in return, but doesn't connect with anything. Now, if Senti moving up there, we have Decha moving up around behind him as well in the AMX 50B. This could actually be quite dangerous if GoHard are not paying attention to it, Daki.
I mean, yeah, Nile is, like I said, Nile has all the HP here. There's a lot of vulnerable targets here. Barry, Kaizu, Diplomat, Tyne, and Skyrim are not in the clear either. They can be clipped if they overexpose. The only issue so far I really see for out of range is the fact that, you know, you can see Formula is kind of, you know, he can't get out of there. No chance at all.
Yeah, Formula's not going to be able to add anything into the battle, but he only has 75 health himself. Now, Raging Potato is still available in the AMX-50B, but he only has 20 health. He has to be very careful he doesn't get close to his teammates and there's a collision, as he could actually die from that, couldn't he, Daki?
Yep, he could actually.
If they, I mean, right now everyone's like, stay away from me, mate, I'm explosive. Barry carrying in the bush right now as he's keeping Formula pinned in this area. I mean, the danger of Formula is you can't let him get out of there because he has the 5 shots in the back chat that he can get out.
He's like completely stuck. Like even Vala, his only support now, abandoned him, so they're pretty much saying, well, Formula, good luck. Yep,
do it on your own, mate. Try and draw them out. So looks like Vala's going to come down and rotate here with Decha and Senti in the bottom corner. The rest of GoHard have kind of pulled up a minute. GoHard quite happy to run the clock down here because it's working in their favour. But they really need to be prepared for this out-of-range push when it comes, because it's a case of who's going to lead it. As Vala and Senti look like they perhaps want to start the cap. They're just taking, when are we going to go in? They're both sitting right on the edge of it.
Triple cap. It's going to be a triple cap
going in. So triple cap starts the base counter straight away on 40 seconds. GoHard have enough time to react to this. It's just how well they protect it. As you can see, all of the guns coming around. It looks like Barry is going to squeeze out Formula Adin at the top as the rest of GoHard are going to rotate around. Barry can actually... Oh, Barry, that was a bad miss, mate. So Barry misses the first one, takes a shot he didn't need to take as the rest of the team come in. GoHard, I think, are just going to come flying over this hill and just try and focus one tank and then focus down the next one. As it looks like Tyne's going to be the one leading in the push on the health power. There we come in with the shots coming into Decha. Skyrim's going to be the sacrificial lamb taking the shots from all 3 tanks, but he's able to get a shot back in return as Vala gets hit as well. So Vala and Decha have both been shot. Senti hasn't been shot, but Senti's the one that moves out of the cap. So GoHard know exactly what's going on. Tyne takes out Raging Potato. Only you have these 3 tanks left. There we see Vala dropping as well. Great shot from Diplomat.
7
HP still getting in the trades there. Senti's going to want to shoot Diplomat back, which he does. But the ball is still in GoHard's court right now, Daki.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's only 2 guns left here from out of range, and even Senti has 1 shot. Decha has 2. They don't have enough between them to take down the entire lineup. And it will be GoHard stabilizing themselves on defense.
So out of range doing what they can, taking out some remaining GoHard tanks that are on low health, but you still have the Annihilator here on 2,137. You can tank everything from Decha that you can throw at him. Decha only has 1 shot left in him. So there we have it, 1-1 on Runeberg. Man, Runeberg is not predictable anywhere.
Being right.
You can't predict Runeberg anymore.
I was right, though. I mean, you know, I said it.
60% of the time, you're right every time, yeah?
Yeah, it's 60-50.
60-50.
Somebody from Finland once told me that. It's a saying there. It's
60-50.
Yeah, like this is somebody, a famous person once said it's like 60-50 or something.
We say that is in Scotland. It's 6 and half a dozen, because it's 6 and half a dozen. It's the same thing basically. 60-50. 60-50. I need to remember that one. Are you sure? Well, 60-50.
I can ask Tuna. I mean.
Yeah, ask Tuna. Tiny.
Tuna. No.
Tuna. It's apparently Tuna in Finnish for his name. So, where do you think the damage came from that time? Diplomat. Diplomat's always a safe bet. Diplomat. I don't think
it was Diplo.
I don't think Annihilator was right in there for... Well, okay, he was there in 5th. It was Senti.
I mean, he got clipping damage on the A-line, and then he rotated south, killed Suxika, and then he got clipping damage as well on the little city. But, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of GoHard players here.
Yeah.
Kaizu, Diplomat, Tiny, Tuna, Annihilator.
Tiny Tuna.
Tyne.
Decha. I'm happy getting that one right all the time. Kaizu as well. That one took me a little while.
Kaizu.
Senti, though, top damage there for out of range. Unfortunate, though, he couldn't really... The rest of the team not with him is the next 4 players there, all from GoHard, Deki.
Yeah, I mean, great all-round performance there from GoHard. But, you know, Skarium, Suxika, they didn't get to do that much. But there's a lot of out-of-range players there as well. Piotr, positioning was not on point from Piotr. He was basically with 2 other bad shots, but he was fighting a 1v1 with Diplomat with a single shooter. So Diplomat would peek out, every time do a shell on Piotr and then just reverse around the corner, and that's not a good trade.
Yeah, and Kerloff there in the T54 lightweight was just kind of caught out by at the start. Couldn't really do anything there himself. He was the first one to get dropped, as we can see here. Senti just having a little peekaboo, taking out Saksika. Caribari missing that shot against Formula Ad and then getting a second one. He really, it was a shot he didn't need to take.
It's just he knows that he's a two-shot, right?
Yeah.
So even if Formula does land the shot on him, he knows he can kill him. What he's trying to do is just he tries to snapshot it. So if he kills Formula, he's 600 HP. If he doesn't, well, he'll still be the same HP as he was normally.
I mean, it's good pickups here at the end for out of range because like GoHard had lots of tanks on low health, so you have autoloaders here. You're expecting them to take out some tanks. We said
Nile was the only one with HP on that lineup.
And Nile's not really stuck in there. He's stuck in it. It looks like a lot of the time just when the fights happened, he was just on the wrong side of buildings, which is unfortunate because he's been in that position before with Diplomat, and him and Diplomat absolutely farmed damage from that position. So a bit of an unlucky map there, but still, GoHard to get the win. And now we're going to go on to... Even Stevens, yep. 60-50. Now we're going to go into the next battle, which is going to be Ghost Town. What can we see here, Daki?
For GoHard, it's the same lineup they brought against Oops, but with minor changes, right? So they brought they brought one tier 9 Batshot extra, and they removed the T54E1 from their lineup. For out of range, it's a different lineup than they brought already. We saw them play earlier today, Ghost Town, and it was not with this.
Okay, so Ghost Town always one of these maps where it's I was going to say it's rare that we see a cap. There was a cap done on base 2 recently. It's usually always a cap bait around base 1. Is that what it looks like from GoHard here, Daki, or does this look like we just want to look for a fight?
350 Bs? It could be anything, because you can put the 113, like I said, you can put it on the cap, you can put the Wheezy with you on the cap, you can even put the tier 9 Batshot on the cap, and you can keep the 50 Bs to hold that alley. The thing is, out of range has the advantage there, though. They have the E100, they have another Wheezy, they have a 50 B and 2 T57s. They will outperform the 50 Bs. Okay,
so let's go into map number 2 on Ghost Town. We're all tied at 1-1. Okay, so GoHard on the defense, out of range on the attack. How do you see this one going, Daki?
Well, out of range is moving towards that 1 base. So they're going to want to put that either Senti or that 113 on the cap at one point, the tier 9 Batshot. Like I said, though, I still think out of range has the advantage in that alley because of the E100 and the T57s. I just think they will outperform those 50Bs.
The E-double-half-hundred.
No, I'm not going with that.
You're not going to say it? No?
Nope.
You'll get into it. You'll get into it. Embrace it, Daki.
I've already embraced my inner happiness.
It's like you have the tier 9 where you have the E-3/400.
No. I've already embraced my inner happiness. That's more than
inner
enough.
Happiness. Happy Daki. Is that what you call it when it's Happy Daki, when you're embracing your happiness?
Yes.
Okay.
Just make sure
and keep that to yourself when you embrace your happiness. I don't want to see that myself. So, rotation round at the top here from out of range. They're slowly actually getting circled a little bit here from GoHard, Daki. And it's going to be the fight in Mojo's favourite knife fight alley. What was he calling it?
Dead alley.
Dead alley.
Dead alley. Oh, Niall already needs to use his repair kit.
It's always him. It's always him that pokes.
Master of peaks.
It's always.
Master of peaks.
It's like, wait a minute, guys.
Let me just make one peek.
Ah!
Okay, they're there.
Okay, they're there. How many, Niall? All of them!
Oh, Niall. That's your hoodie gun right there, by the way.
I mean, but he did it, I think it was yesterday he did it. He got absolutely, like, annihilated, pardon the pun, at the start of a battle. He got himself kind of cut out and overextended.
Now, what is the plan going to be here for GoHard? Kaizu, he can't really reset Senti. They need to send somebody else to deal with that as well. Cap is there for them. Tyne is rotating, but you can see that there is a Batshot to deal with that. Formula Adin. I mean, if they fight one-on-one, Formula will win because he has a better position. As I say that, though, he's driving forwards. This could be great for Tyne.
So there's that. Is it Formula that's coming around here on the bottom? Yep. Okay, so Formula. Oh, Tyne, you had the handbrake skidded at the wrong time there, mate.
The timing.
Look to your right. Look to your right. He's right there. He's going to come in blazing. Tyne, pay attention, laddie. Oh, so Formula gets the drop on him, but nobody gets the shot.
Formula missed.
Oh, he gets the shot into the ground as now the exchange comes. This is going to go in Formula's favour. Tyne doing the side armor, best armor tactic as the shot's going in from Formula. He tracks him as well. Do they have the exchange, Daki? Can he do this?
Yeah, Formula has this completely. There we, oh, the fire!
Pow,
No! Fire!
Double kill!
Tyne set Formula on fire. And it was actually Tyne that missed the first shell and not Formula.
That was the best result he could have got in that situation.
Yeah, especially after he missed the first shell.
Well, RNG?
Oh, but Piotr is in a lot of trouble here. Goodbye, Piotr.
Piotr
Good night,
getting
my sweet prince.
rotated round here from Karibari and Suksika is Skyrim's holding up. The rest of out of range, like, hang on a minute, our mate's being countered. Val there coming over on the overlap, though, to get shots into the back of Suksika, but also shooting into Karibari. Not sure which one he wants to go for. Karibari finishes off Call Me Piotr, and they're going to try and rotate. Vala could get shot at. The crossfire had Tyne survived there, but he hadn't, as we see Kaizo fighting off against Senti here on the cap circle. Advantage already with, I was going to say Senti, but they already have a tier difference. Skyrim's getting absolutely wrecked on this corner, and he's deleted now by Raging Potato.
Yeah, and Senti will get help at one point from the rest of his team. I mean, Decha, when he's reloaded, he can peek out and help as well. And that's going to be Kaizu gone, and it's great for out of range.
Kaizu losing that exchange against the
Pretty
WZ,
terribly.
but I think he was having help there as well. But oh, there's a little bait in there from Diplomat as he gets 2 shots into Senti. Can he get 3? Can he get 4?
Should be able to.
He does,
nice.
so great counterplay from Diplomat to save Kaizu there. Now Decha's right in front of Kaizu, but he has 2 shots. He can put 1 into the building and 1 save him. Karibari taking shots there on the corner.
60 guys in trouble.
He's shooting off against Decha, but Decha comes round and finishes off Karibari. Suksika's going to get shot in the back by Kerloff here. Now we only have Vala left and Decha up there. This is going back in out of range's favour, Daki.
Yeah, but still, Vala is a 1-shot, Decha is a 2-shot, Geralf's a 1-shot, Raging is a 2-shot as well. It's not over yet here. As I say that, though, they lose Niall as well.
So, 2 tanks dropping there for GoHard. All we have is Diplomat left to do what he can. He's got a full clip loaded. He can take out 3 tanks, perhaps. Yeah, he'll take out 3 tanks if he can get shot into Kerloff, shot into Valia. And the other tank he's dropped down. But Raging Potato coming in there with the E100 says, not tonight, mate. We were going to take
should have
Ghost
had
down.
some nice shells in that match. I saw him land a very nice one onto Suksika. Very close stuff between the two here. Tyne, very lucky to even win that 1-on-1. I think he missed the first shell.
Yeah, he missed the first shell.
He should have lost that.
He grounded his first shell.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he should have lost that already. If
And then
Formula on getting set on fire, you know,
his last shell, yeah.
even with automatic fire extinguisher, you know, you always burn for 1 tick. So
That tick was enough, yeah.
you always burn for 1 tick no matter what happens.
Unlucky there, but I mean, Ghost Town going to out of range here. GoHard rocked a little bit. I mean, we'd said before when teams now start to take E100s, the E100s either get focused at the start and play, kind of get caught out, or they have a strong match where they're able to just pump shots
even
out.
When GoHard kind of had the advantage by really wrecking Piotr, you can just see those strengths of the T57s and E100 towards the later stages of the round. Raging wrecked Suksika for like 750 or somewhere around there, except depends on how much he rolled exactly to really remove him. I think he did 2-3 shells of damage at least. It has to be.
Well, let's have a look at the post-battle statistics there. So Decha actually is the one in the AMX-50B. Diplomat then in the AMX-50B.
3 shells of damage for Raging.
Annihilator in the T57 Heavy. Vala. So these are all players that we've highlighted across both teams are being generally the carries of their team, and not just normal carries, but usually hyper carries for their team.
Yeah, as we said, Decha, I mean, called him out in the beginning, and there he is. Just a really, really, really good player. Diplomat, he got a nice track there on Santi. A lot of the damage came from there, but that fight, Kaizu really lost that. Like, really lost
he
it.
must have had help, though, because the 113 should be able to take on
yeah, but Kaizu missed his first shot coming in.
But even missing his first shot, he should still be able to take out that tank.
Depends on if he bounced after, because Kaizu fired 14 times.
Yeah, so it's a lot of shots. So Kaizu there coming bottom damage, and sadly Skyrim right above him. Oh man, my fantasy points are just gone this weekend.
So Stanley blocked 1.3k. That's like 3 or 4 bounces from Kaizu.
That's good. That's really good play in WZ. You're not really taking that tank to block damage, so coming away with a good amount of damage block is obviously in benefit for your team, and that's why your team wins at the end of the day. So let's have a look at the highlights here, Daki. And just we can see this is the exchange between Tyne and Formula. That last shot from Tyne's going to set him on fire. Yeah,
that last one is this one. Actually, 2 ticks of fire, it seemed like. Wait, what?
Did he maybe not have extinguishers?
Could be that he didn't have an extinguisher. I thought he had automatic, but there's a lot of batches that play without. So he probably got set on fire without extinguisher.
Maybe took crew, a repair kit, and
yeah, there's a chance.
crew repair
I mean, I was
kit
just
and
assuming,
food.
just assuming he had automatic. It could be that he did prefer rations over, because he took not one, but he took 2 ticks of damage there. So he can't have had a fire extinguisher unless he'd be using a manual fire extinguisher, which probably means he would get kicked out of the team after tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was rations.
This is where Raging wrecks Suxika really, really hard.
Suxika, he just comes round and it's Karloff who's able to get the final shot there. And I mean, Diplomat doing what he can here. He needed to get the first one into the tank at the end there without taking any in return. But I mean, he's just the overlap there from the E100 just flat out eliminates him. So well played to out of range. They're certainly showing that they're not taking this line down and they're desperate for the points.
Well, they need the points. I mean, they need it so much more than GoHard. They probably want it so much more than GoHard as well, to be honest. I mean, you kind of have to understand that out of range really want to survive here. For GoHard, it's like business as usual.
So let's have a look at the lineups for round 2 here on Ghost Town. Now, 2 E100s coming out from out of range on the defense, Daki. How do you see this one going?
We saw this against Utopia as well, where they used 2 E100s. Their positioning wasn't that great. They got really wrecked by Utopia's triple E100. But GoHard doesn't have any E100s. So
what's GoHard going to trade with?
I'm not sure. This is the same lineup as against Oops. Exactly the same one.
GoHard better have something special here planned, or those E100s are just going to wipe through their team as they start soaking up all the shots and the rest of the team get damaged. The danger is that GoHard get focused on E100s and the rest of out of range can actually get the shots.
Well, you have to imagine that these 2 E100s, 750 together, is minus 1.5k.
Okay, so let's jump into round 2. Can out of range take it 3-1, or will GoHard bring it back to 2-2 here on Ghost Town? So far, I mean, it's been going out of range winning the first one, and then GoHard bringing it back. Is this going to be out of range 2, or is it going to be GoHard bringing it back, and we're going to get this going through all the maps going all the way to tiebreaker?
I favor out of range's lineup. If these E100s can connect their shells, if they both get at least 2 off, I mean, they can pretty much delete one of those 50Bs off the map. I mean, they do 1.5k and then 1-2 shells from teammates. That's a dead 50B.
Yep. I mean, GoHard definitely want to win this. If GoHard win this, they actually go tied points with Utopia, because Utopia are only on 22 right now. Although Utopia did play earlier on today, didn't they? So actually, Utopia now are on 25 points. I've not updated my little list here. So rotation here from GoHard round the bottom of the map. It looks like they're looking for a fight, Daki. What are out of range doing?
Out of range, I mean, they're going for that alley. It's the thing you do with that lineup. You have the 100s. They can't really rotate. So if you don't put the 100s in the position where they're supposed to be, which is close to that alley, D6, D7, they'll never get back in time. GoHard, they have a very rotational setup. They know they have to rotate. You know, you cannot fight with E100s head on with the lineup they have.
Yeah, Raging Potato again in that E100 is quite a devastating player when he's playing the heavy tank here. Now, we have a rotation of 2 Batchats coming up the east side, Daki. What's the plan here?
They might be wanting to take back that D0 position, but if Karolf can get up here on A8, it's going to be pretty...
Spotted him.
Yeah, but he should be safe. He should be safe.
Swing and a miss as Karibari gets the first shot across and doesn't see him. Tynes in support of them. They're having to back off now as counter shots are coming back from out of range around the corner of that town, and that little flanking maneuver, which could have been really vital for GoHard, has been spotted out by out of range. That was really, really good play there.
Yeah, it was a good play. Santi taking some damage here by a good push from GoHard. But now, still, I mean, just look at the HP. They've done some damage, but out of range is still ahead.
So yeah, the 2 E100s in their team, even chipping away health at the moment, it's only just brought them back level. GoHard have taken small damage, Kaizu's taken a little bit of damage in his FV215B, and Diplomat's taken a little bit of damage in his AMX50B. Just as we say that, Kaizu takes a second shot in his FV215B. It's Formula Adin who's getting the shots across from in the back chat. Now, on out of range, the only person who's taken, well, 2 tanks have taken hits. Raging Potato's taken a hit in his E100. Senti's taken a couple of hits there in his FV215B. Call Me Piotr has also taken a... Call Me Piotr, saying it in the Polish way. He's taken damage, but it's only damaged his tracks. He hasn't actually lost any health.
Now, the thing is going to be... Ooh, nice shot there onto Formula. That's a nice one. Now, the question is here, what does GoHard really do? Because they need to chip away more and more damage from out of range. If they don't, out of range will edge forwards and forwards in this round. I mean, trading equal for GoHard so far they need an advantage because the Z100s can really change the game once they get close range. Like GoHard, I don't even know how they're going to approach this one. Like they need to make perfect rotations pretty much.
Yep, they're doing a rotation fully all the way to the west side of the map, which is not something you normally see teams rotate all the way around to. Normally there's a fight up at, we said earlier on, to the D7 area or something like that into Death Alley. And it looks like GoHard are kind of doing a counter rotation to try and draw out of range, but out of range of the defending team, they don't have to go looking for GoHard. They're more than happy just to sit where they are and say, look, you guys need the cap, so come to us, or we'll happily run the clock down.
I mean, GoHard isn't, out of range is in a good position here. I mean, there's now a rotation coming out again from GoHard. If they make it across here, it's going to be very vital. But there's two 50Bs waiting for them as well. I don't think they can really make it across.
Vala and Decha, they are just giving additional covering fire for Formula add-in. So if Tyne or Karibari had overextended there, they would have got absolutely wrecked by these two 50Bs who know what the back chats are up to, but they're going to...
Look at that entire push, though, from GoHard. Everybody's going there. All the 50Bs are on the side, and they're getting wrecked.
Oh my god, GoHard, what are you guys doing? We're going to get a bit of a fight here, but already Annihilator and Diplomat have taken shots, and Senti's in a great position here to be able to spot for the rest of his team as he can tell them, guys, there's somebody making a move here. Senti's only not taking any damage back. Annihilator and Diplomat have moved across the gap, but the jig is up. Everyone knows what they're doing, and GoHard could be driving into trouble here.
GoHard is in trouble here. Decha and Vala have enough shells between them to deal with these 50Bs. The issue is those tier 9 bad shots, obviously, but they're still... The 100s should start making their play at this point, start pushing onto these single tanks from GoHard and take them down. Decha is in a lot of trouble.
Decha getting himself caught out in the open here. He's probably going to be the first one down in this battle, as there we go with Titan taking the shot down. Now, Kerloff in his RU-251 is taking a huge amount of hits as well, but he's not really a threat in this team. If GoHard can get their guns to shoot, and then we'll need to get it on somebody else from out of range. Now, the advantage now with GoHard HP-wise, because out of range have lost a tank, but GoHard have taken a lot of damage across their teams as Raging Potato doesn't really get hit in there against Kaizu. Kaizu's able to just back off around the corner, but he's getting multiple shots to the face as he does so.
Yeah, it's Vala there in that 50B clipping, but that will be the last shell of Vala, I think, when they're coming around him. Now, Raging really needs to land some shells in this E100.
Kaizu's able to take out Vala, who's shooting above him. Now, Raging Potato was very close to being tracked there. It was a very dangerous position for him. He wanted to come in and get shot, but there's a crossfire coming in now from Diplomat and Tyne, as you see Kaizu just rolling up around that corner again and getting a shot, and as Diplomat takes out Raging Potato, GoHard doing absolutely brilliant here. They're actually getting a wraparound onto out of range only with 4 tanks left, but barely any HP, Daki.
Yeah, barely any HP for out of range, and GoHard did it very well. They have a very clip-heavy setup, which we talked about beforehand already. You need to take down guns, and it's exactly what they did. They took down guns from out of range one by one.
So GoHard with 5 guns, 5 tanks still left in the battle. Out of range only with Kerolf here in the RU-251. Trying to just do what you can and try and spend some time away, perhaps give out of range a little bit of time to have a talk about what went wrong there in that battle. GoHard are going to win this one comfortably, so it's going to be 2-2 GoHard out of range, and we're going to be going into a third map all square, Daki.
I got good stuff so far. I mean, like, both these teams trading even blow for blow, like we said. It was capable here, and they are doing it. I mean, Kerolf, unless he, like, pulls off... Nope.
Absolutely wrecked by Suksika there as he poked his head round the corner. So, 2-2 between these teams. Out of range, desperate for the points. GoHard need the points, but don't need the points. If GoHard lose, their position is not affected, and their position's not at risk. If out of range lose this, it's really bad for them. It's really dangerous for them compared to the other matches we still have to go for. We've got 4 tomorrow and Sunday.
It's like a matter of eagerness, if anything, you know? Like, how badly do out of range want it? How badly does GoHard want it? GoHard.
How much also are GoHard hurting from the fact that they were 6 wins on the trot and then lost yesterday?
That too. It's like GoHard. They would like to win this. Do they really need to win this? I mean, no.
Yeah, I mean, you still want them to try.
Yeah, of course.
You're worried at a point they're just like, nah, it doesn't matter.
Win, but like out of range might wanted that 10% more, that 20% more.
Yeah, it could be that 50-60, yeah? They want it 50%, another one guys want it 60%. Scarium, well done, lads.
There's only 6 players there from GoHard.
I mean, a great play from GoHard. I mean, it took them long enough to finally get involved in the fight, but eventually they swooped all the way around the map from an angle that normally the teams don't attack from.
Decha got kind of caught out of position.
Decha, yeah, he kind of got caught down low there, and there was multiple shots coming in from him. He had the 250Bs down low of Annihilator and Diplomat.
You needed to see one-handers to do a lot in here. I said 2 shells each.
Carry Barry needs to name change to Uncarry Barry because he's come in bottom 4 quite often right now.
Barry didn't carry.
Barry didn't carry, yeah. Barry no carry.
Barry can't carry.
Yeah, Barry can't carry. So,
wow.
Not very swift motion or something like that, yeah. But he's
going to unsub now.
Unsub, yeah, definitely. It's a shame for the lad because he's an exceptional player. So it'll be nice to see him perhaps in the next match getting quite a bit higher up there on the board. But staying below Diplomat and Scarium would be Diplomat, Scarium, Annihilator, let those 3 come above him. Now, Daki, what went on here? This is where we're talking about,
Decha
getting
really
caught.
He
was wanting to make a move on Annihilator and Diplomat, but they had the rest of the fight here. Now, the crossbar, watch Kaizu.
Yeah, this is where Raging got caught out. He shouldn't die here.
And he was making Raging Amy's gun left and right. He
spent so much time trying to fight with Kaizu, which is exactly what Kaizu wanted, because at the same time he knew his team was going to come around from the side. And Scarium at this point, he's full HP. He's like, oh well, guys, I'll go in and take some shells for you.
Yeah, and Formula had taken out Diplomat by that stage, but I mean it was too little, too late.
Doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah, Carry Barry got dropped as well, but I mean GoHard finished with 5 tanks still on the board. And still quite a bit of health as well to be able to play around with.
Yep.
So, map number 3, Prokhorovka. Bit of a not-so-great map for GoHard last night. Let's see if they can turn it around this time. Let's have a look at the lineups for the vehicles we're going to see here. Now, Daki, can you see anything unusual for the lineups with out of range on the attack and GoHard on the defense?
Well, GoHard is rocking the same lineup, I think, as they rocked last night. Yes, they are. Just double check that. And out of range coming with the artillery piece here. This could work really well against the GoHard's lineup actually with three heavies. If you can get some solid connections onto them, could really work out. That Gorilla is not a bad pick on Prokhorovka. We've seen some great things from it. It kind of depends how much. I really want to see how much Artie can do. Like, he's really important right now in this battle because there's a lot of times he can realistically hit. It's not like he needs to get a lucky shot on the bat shot or something. There's 3 heavies he could potentially hit.
Yep, if he can get a static target and get a good couple of shots in, that could be really, really telling and really swing the battle in out of range's favour. So, is this going to be like the previous 2 matches? Is this going to be out of range taking match number 1, or sorry, battle number 1, and then GoHard taking battle number 2? Let's find out, Daki, as we jump into Prokhorovka, where it's all squared at 2-2. Okay, Daki, how are they going to play this one?
Well, out of range is going to spread out, obviously. I mean, they're going to send somebody towards the east and somebody towards 1-2, somebody to spot the middle. I mean, it's very standard stuff because they have the arty. You're not going to rush when you have an arty, so they're going to set up slow. Now, GoHard, on the other hand, you can see they're already going very aggressive towards that middle area.
Yep, they are going hard or they're going to be going home. Now, they're not a team that's likely to go home right now, but they do want to be going hard. Annihilator getting some early spots, doing what he can. Good position for him, good with the back chat. Sometimes overextends, but he's actually playing it nice and passive here.
By the way, I just noticed something.
Okay.
Danizek has not been in the lineup.
Danizek's not been in the lineup. I was trying to work out who is a potential rotating sub, and that would be Danizek then. Diplomat's been here the entire time. Now, Dezik in the artillery, he's quite brutal in artillery, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really good in RD. I mean, one of the better RT players we've seen so far amongst there with Diplomat and the likes of those. Well, this is just really Diplomat.
Diplomat and Dezik. I saw somebody saying Dezik Mat earlier on or something like that for the joking about the artillery shots. Now, Senti get himself spotted there on the middle area, thinking that it's perhaps one of the scouts passive up over there. I mean, you could potentially have Suksika in there in the RU, but where is he actually camping out? Is he up on the hill? Okay.
Yeah, they're just trying to clear the hill for now already. I mean, Gerov has to be careful on that hill. Yes, Vala in support though. Decha, he's just spotting checking. You know,
he's gonna blind fire.
He blind fires,
for quite a while,
and as soon as he realizes that he really doesn't get spotted at all, no matter where he shoots from, then he'll decide to do something else. Ooh, Suksika.
Suksika does take a hit there on the hill. Looks like he poked over. Actually, he's really up close to Karlov. Vala actually takes down Suksika there. Suksika overexposed on the hill. Is Karlov's going to have to pull back over on the hill. Karlov is not in a Oh, he's in an okay position now, but that was a bit of an overextension there from Suxika.
Yeah, Suxika, he got spotted there up top, and Vala from that rails position can actually hit there. Now Niles takes some as well. Karov can realistically very easily get out of there. There's nobody from GoHard that is in position to deal with that. Whoa!
Annihilator getting hit from Desic there as they knew he was behind this building, and he's not in a great spot whatsoever. As shots coming in, if he pokes backwards, there's a crossfire from Vala. If he stays where there's a shots coming in from artillery. And I'm thinking Annihilator's going to be the next one to drop in this battle. He is not in a safe spot, although it looks like he is going to turn and run. Kaizu coming forward here with the push because Vala's already backed off. Is there some crossfire coming in from Scarium and Tyne?
These heavies are in a bad position right now.
Yeah, because there's the crossfire from artillery. This is the great thing.
Not
here
even Artie. Raging is in position now as well. Piotr Decha are getting in position as well. These heavies need to get out of there because they're going to take so much damage as soon as they get spotted. I mean,
this is like a reverse wraparound of how GoHard played the map against Kazna.
Kaizo here lets off a few shells. I think he connected a few onto Vala, but still, I mean, I think out of range is in the advantage here. They have damage spread amongst their tanks. Tyne now gets spotted, which is wrecked.
Tyne's going to get hit from multiple angles here as Decha gets shots into him and other players, other tanks from his team get shots into him. Now, Annihilator sitting on 190 health. He can be one-shotted by anybody. When it comes to out of range, they have only Kirov and Vala and Senti haven't taken damage. Any of those tanks are going to take multiple shots to drop. Advantage definitely with GoHard, with out of range, you can easily take another tank out of the game for GoHard, as we see Scarium taking a shot to the face there as well, like one from artillery from the angle there.
Yep, RT landing an air shell on Scarium, and there's still 6 minutes left. I mean, out of range is going to be perfectly fine with sitting here for a few minutes, just doing damage. Santi will now join it, so they can control Tyne better, because otherwise Decha has to control 2 angles. Dezek is in position to hit both of these. So yeah, out of range will sit here for a few minutes.
Dezek right now can just pick and choose his targets.
Nice shot.
Tyne gets wrecked there with a shot coming in from Decha as well. So Dezek able, as we we're just saying, to pick and choose his shots. Tyne is not arty safe. The only way to be arty safe is to be right behind that rock, and that puts him in the crossfire there from Colmy Piotr. So great crossfire from out of range at the moment, and they're really just crushing the vice grip here on GoHard.
Yeah, they're starting to win the damage exchange, you know, slowly but surely they're edging their hand. Nice, Dezek finished off Tyne, and now Scarium will be the next one, slowly, surely. Out of range is chipping away more HP than other way around.
And Diplomat taking absolute pummeling as he rode over the hill here. He's now lost his commander. We see Scarium in the middle here has lost his gunner. Diplomat gets his tanks damaged. Diplomat's overextending because he wants to get that shot into Senti. I can see an arty shot coming up any second the minute that Dezek's reloaded. Is he going to get both of them or one of them? We're going to find out in just a second. Senti takes out Diplomat. Dezek shoots.
Great shots from Dezek. Really, really, really good stuff.
Raging Potato is able to kill Scarium as Kaizu gets a kill himself, but out of range, sitting in the driver's seat nice and comfortably here as GoHard are pretty much being taken to pieces, Daki.
GoHard has been dismantled completely during this round. I mean, out of range was in control from start till the finish line. It didn't even seem like GoHard entered the server at all.
This is like they swap teams or something right now. Like, you'd almost think that the UI is like wrong in the wrong teams. GoHard being absolutely destroyed here by out of range in a very comfortable fashion. Out of range have only lost 2 tanks. The other tanks they have on the battlefield still all have significant health. Only 1 tank is below 1,000 health. All that GoHard left here is Kaizu and Annihilator. They don't have a chance, basically.
Nope, they don't. Niall might be able to do 1 or 2 shells of damage, or even especially because he only has 2. But that will also be it.
Just maybe. Colmy Piotr can roll over the hill there and just trade shots with him, but I guess he doesn't know how many he's got.
Yeah, he doesn't know how many shells Niall has.
Kaizu being chased down by Raging Potato and Val. I think Raging Potato is going to want to try and shotgun him with the grill there, just running right at him. Kaizu trying to get shots back in what he can and trade, but no, both Kaizu and Annihilator drop, and match number 1 goes to out of range. We're seeing really a pattern here. To be honest, there's a pattern.
Blow for blow.
Yeah, no, but it's like they win the first map. They win the first round, and then GoHard come back and win the second round.
Which was great stuff from out of range. I mean, first off, Suxika overextension. Vala, I mean, Karov can't hit him, right?
Yeah.
Because they get into proxy range, they spot each other. So Vala, nice shells onto the side there. Niall wants to go help. I'm really not sure what Niall was supposed to do in that one. He drives over the rails, gets wrecked already from, I don't know, one of the bad shots or RT.
I think he got snapped at by Vala, so then he pulled himself back.
And then he got hit by
safe.
RT.
Then artillery hit him, and then your automatic reaction is to move again. But he was still spotted by Vala there, so Vala then got a second shot into him.
And after that, the two bad shots just run away, full HP.
Yeah.
Well, not full HP, but they ran away, came back over, and then like I said, they're just gonna put Dezek in position, like let him shoot for 1 or 2 minutes.
And the position he was in was brilliant because he was sitting in the middle. He was completely protected by bushes, and he could shoot onto the rail tracks there. He could shoot there. He could shoot over the rail tracks if needed to be.
It's what we talked about in the beginning. There is 3 tanks. Once they get in a static position, then that RT is working great, and I don't think he missed.
Let's have a look and see if he was top damage there, Daki, as we bring up the damage here. Deca actually in the E5 pulling out 4.4 damage, but you said 2.5. Well done, Daki. Well done.
Oh, come on, that's kind of impressive.
Give yourself a pat in the back. That's your shoulder, Daki. Luckily that nobody's watching right now with the camera.
I can't get that far.
Can't reach it because of the big muscles, yeah?
Yeah, because of the guns.
Big muscles,
because of me guns, mate.
Because of me guns, mate. Yeah, right. It's the tight suit on the guns.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Like
that's how I'm going to troll you from now on. I'm just going to stick something to the middle of your back and watch you try and get it off. Okay, so Carry Barry starts to carry a little bit now as he's in 4th place and the top damage dealer for GoHard.
I mean, yeah, he was pretty much the only one that did damage together with Nile. 1.6k damage to the second one. It's all out of range this round.
Yeah, top 7 damage dealers there, and 5 of them all out of range. Now, Susika not really doing that. Raging Potato didn't really have anything to shoot at. Oh, 12 shots. What was he doing? Was he blind firing?
Well, I mean,
he must have been blind
you
firing.
have to understand that the gorilla in that position, he has top of the turret shots. So a lot of them could really just like not hit or deflect, or it's a very iffy shot. If he does damage, that's great. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Okay, so let's have a look. There's Dezek just farming damage there. Like, shooting away, he takes out time. This is where he gets the shot coming across. You see him come off reload straight away and fire. He gets a shot 5-8-9 onto, I believe it was Scarium there the shot came into. Caribari just getting taken out here by Deca. Deca playing great in an E5. I mean, 4k damage in an E5 on this map.
On an E5 on this map, yeah, it's rather impressive. Deca, so far today, great stuff from him. Can he keep it up?
Possibly. Let's have a check and find out. Let's have a look at the lineups as we go into round 2 here on Prokhorovka. Now a Leopard 1, Daki.
Leopard 1, same role as the Grill, I think. Once you get him in the same position as the Grill, he can shoot the top of the turrets. Either that, or you use him on the eastern mountain on the 0 line, far back there, where we saw Karol sit. But I don't think so. But the main thing to pay attention to here is Diplomat going to be in that M53.
Oh,
Diplomat
and his orbital sky cannon. Oh man,
if I was out of range, I'd be scared.
This is where I really wish we had player views right now, just to see like Diplomat and see who he's targeting. Also, TeamSpeak would be fantastic, just to be able to switch it in. If the teams could be nice and polite, it'd be very good to say, I have him! Or as he shoots, he's like, yeah! Okay, let's go into Prokhorovka Daki as we go into round 2. Can out of range take it to match point, or can GoHard bring it back 3-3?
I don't expect an all-out rush here from GoHard, seeing as they have an M53 which is being played by Diplomat. If his pass says anything, there's going to be some rain from above coming into out of range. How does out of range approach this?
It's the artillery train rolling past. If I was out of range, I probably would have said a couple of curse words and prayers to whichever god I believed to if I was into that kind of thing. You do not want to face off against Diplomat and artillery, especially not in M53-55.
So Karol is doing the same spotting run that Algo did before. This time with more success.
Is he running up closer to the tracks? Because that's where we thought maybe it went wrong earlier on with Algo. Tyne takes a hit already.
Tyne takes a hit, takes even more. He got spotted.
Tyne, you're getting eliminated, laddie. What were you doing?
It should be all right for now, though, but...
Formula Adden takes a massive shot in return as well, though, in the back chat. Is he able to get counterfire onto him? Formula Adden's down 1,173 health in return. That's not a great exchange, though. I mean...
It's still a favorable trade here for out of range, I'd say, because at IS-7 he has a very crucial role here in the later stages of the game. to get on that cap, for example, and to play with them. And before that happened, I wanted to say how much control out of range has already taken. Like, look what they control. They control the E to the 3 line. GoHard is stuck in 2 squares. I seriously don't see a way out of them for this.
Look at this from Kerloff. Look at this cheeky chappy coming running up, getting all of these proxy spots as he rolls himself over the hill. There's nobody able to counter shoot at him because they're all stuck over the west side of the road right now. GoHard are completely pinned in. This is going to be super bad for GoHard in a minute, as out of range can just form their gun line around where Raging Potato and Call Me Piotr is and start shooting. Now Scarium is poked forward, he's getting eliminated right now. Call Me Piotr is getting shot back in return. Kaizu's taking a hit as well. This play from the RU251 is absolutely fantastic, and we have Vala and Senti giving additional covering fire from the top as well on the E5.
Karov should not have gone that far. He can be helped there where he just died. Suxika takes some damage. But Carroll should have stayed just a little bit more back. I mean, he'd still be alive at this point.
So a bit of an overextension as the shots come back in across to Senti, who now rolls himself back over the hill. GoHard able to weather that fire that could have been so bad for them with the rush scouting there as they want to push up this line. Raging Potato is going to make a move soon because he's going to be spotted as he is there. Can they all get the shots lined up on him though?
I don't think so. He's already very, very far away. He decided to run at the right time. Now Skarium is leading the charge here, but there's going to be a lot of guns. Piotr just needs to make sure he doesn't waste too many shells on this 1-1-3.
So Scarium acting as point as all the shots are coming into him. There's crossfire coming in from Vala and Senti into Tyne and Scarium. As Tyne and Scarium trying to do what they do. Call Me Piotr is backing off now as well. As Carry Barry at the front is starting to take hits. Annihilator's coming in behind him. Decha taking shots as well. So he's trying to get some crossfire shots in from right hand side. Now Vala and Senti still have a lot of health that they can come in from the side.
There needs to be kills here before, not for out of range, but GoHard needs to make some kills, but they're not doing any so far. They're really getting picked apart for that one-line push.
GoHard doing what they can. They have the advantage of the terrain here to give them some additional coverage, but you have Decha, Senti and Vala here. Now Suxika's going to try and get 2 shots in the crossfire here, but we see Annihilator dropping Senti. Vala taking absolute pummeling now in the STB1, as Decha does as well. He's overextended here, but he manages to take out Scarium in the 1-1-3. Now Tyne and Kaizu are going to face off against him. Can Tyne get a shot in? Has Tyne got a damaged ammo rack? He does, so Tyne in the hyper slow reload there as he misses his shot. Vala gets the shot on him.
But now, there comes Raging with a full clip. That is Kaizu and Niall done for.
Vala takes out Annihilator. Raging Potato coming out. He's going to take out Kaizu. GoHard only have 2 tanks left on the board. Diplomat in full health, but he's an artillery. Suxika, he's only got 907 health in the batch at tier 9. Out of range, have 5 guns available to them, 2 of them on 1-shots.
It's all over for GoHard on Prokhorovka. Suxika, the only last gun standing. You just look at the HPs left on out of range. 3 1-shots, 2 shots. I mean, they played it risky. They played it aggressive, but in the end, it will work out for them. And GoHard, they're going to have to make a miracle return on the last map.
Can Diplomat get a kill before he goes? It doesn't look likely. He's not aiming it the right way. Nope, he swings and misses as that's Diplomat taking down. So, 5 tanks left alive for out of range. Out of range now take a 2 battle advantage over GoHard. Prokhorovka normally a strong map for GoHard, and it's really not gone their way recently, Daki. They've been beat in Prokhorovka in 4 straight games.
It was not a good tactic, I'd say. I mean, you could see out of range, realizing the threat of the artillery, assessing it, so they did it very well. They sent Karov to spot that one side. Karov did make a mistake. It's an overextension going where he did. I don't think it is worth it if he stays on the route on the June behind.
Yep.
He can still spot, and they can't push him with batches because they will wreck him on return. Then GoHard tried to do the 1-2 line push, but Scarium got completely wrecked for that. Then the Batshot tried to drive forward, but Raging still had all his shells available. Killed Carry Barry, who I think had 5 shells available or 4 shells available at that point. It was just not great stuff for GoHard. Like, they really didn't get to use their arty at all, almost.
Now, when you look at the 2 teams right now, GoHard played yesterday, got beaten by Oops. It was a match we thought would go on for a long time, but now Out of Range played already this evening, and they're coming back now. They got beat 5-3, now they're winning 4-2.
They seem good against Utopia. They seem even better now. I mean, I think they really want this. Like, seriously, if they take the points against GoHard, they should have already, in my opinion, they should have already taken deserved points against Utopia. They really did deserve points against Utopia. If they take points here against GoHard, it's because they deserve it.
Okay, so Decha, man,
Decha,
he's doing outstanding.
He's on my fantasy team.
He's doing outstanding for Out of Range right now. He really is. He he is the carry Barry right now. He's the one carrying his team. Kaizu doing what he can there in the Leopard 1. Annihilator, again, always generally in top damage there with the Batchat 25. Caster Curse we gave to Diplomat there in the artillery, but I mean, unfortunately, GoHard were just kind of...
The issue, you know, when Diplomat has to really re-aim every 5 seconds because, you know, out of range, they're smart enough to, like, make a peek, shoot, then wait for, like, 20 seconds, make another peek. And then at the time, Diplomat's already re-aiming, for example. But Carry Barry there, I think he got killed when he was rushing down 1-2 line. He got killed by raging. He got 1 shot off.
Yeah, 7 shots and only 1 connected. That
was blind fire in the beginning, but still, when he rushed down the 1-2 line, just catastrophe pretty much.
I mean, this is the harassment.
This was not worth it for
it wasn't worth it, but the harassment just to have somebody there must have been so frustrating.
This is where raging just picks up carry.
Yeah.
Deja felt like he kind of overextended here because his teammate Santi on the side got killed at the same time.
Tyne here should have finished him. But
yeah, he didn't had ammo rack damage.
Yeah, but he gets shot again in ammo rack or something there because he should have finished Deja there.
Raging really saved Deja.
So Sika can't do anything here because they're coming around in a wolf back, and I know all you have is Diplomat left. Swinging a miss as it goes right over Raging, well actually bounces, lands in front of Raging Potato. And GoHard, I mean, the thing is that you can kind of understand the way of GoHard are just like, I don't care, you know?
They should, though. I mean, it is one thing being a good team, but being a great team, they can take a lesson there from Koritz. I mean, you remember they were 4-1 down at the season finals. He didn't give up either. It's the same thing. You should fight for every single point. Every single point can be important in the end.
So, going into map number 4 here, Daki, steps. What can we see here?
IS7, 113. This was the lineup they played against Utopia this morning as well. If I remember, my brain is getting slow at this point, but they played it with the M40 as well. I remember the grill.
Some more brain power?
No. Adrenaline is already pumping. And then GoHard with the 2 113s. The Leopard 1, no surprises there. The lineup, you know, you have the RT for resets, the Leopards on the Eastern Mountain. The Batchas can rotate anywhere, and you have the 113 to take the fire.
Now, they have messed up the Leopard push before GoHard, and then
they're under a lot of pressure right now.
They were able to do it a second time. Out of range, got quite a strong lineup there, but let's jump into the action. Can Out of Range take it? They're on match point, or will GoHard bring it back to 4-3? Let's find out as we play on steps. Okay, so Out of Range attacking, GoHard defending. Now, Dak, you said we're going to see that Leopard go up to
but they're changing it up.
Oh, they're not going there.
They're changing it up. They're going all towards that western side. Well, on the minimap on the western side, but look at that, both teams. This could be head-on, and both of them have already.
Gunfight at the OK Corral, as we're going to see both teams try and clash head-to-head here. Out of Range just want to seal the deal. They want this match. They want it over. They want the win. They've had a long day today. They've already had a match previously against, it was Utopia, where they got beaten 5-3. And that was a match where they could have taken 2 maps against Utopia very easily on steps. Kaizu overextending, overexposing himself here. Kaizu's going to be probably the first one dropped, and he is. Raging Potato picks up the kill on the grill. Now, Call Me Piotr's getting shot back in return, as is Raging Potato, who now gets a damaged gun in his grill.
Barry's not in the game, though.
Kerloff is getting shot at as well in the Batchat 25, so multiple shots coming back in from GoHard, and they're able to hit multiple targets out of range, but they're not focusing a single target.
Yeah, and RT shot coming in there as well. Just keep attention. Niall's not in the game for now. Barry's not in the game, and I think Out of Range realizes at this point, Kerloff coming for the flank here. I think Out of Range, they could do it, Ryan. They really could. They realize these Batchats are not in the fight. Kaizu was already dead, and they're doing it.
Out of range, see that there's an overmatch here, and they're going to come round and squeeze out the remaining tanks of GoHard, as we're going to see Scarium drop in just a second. But here comes Carry Barry, Suksika, and Annihilator. What can they do for their team? Can they try and bring back something together?
Big
a huge hit come in there on Suksika from artillery. Kami Piotr is able to kill Diplomat, and so GoHard don't have their artillery anymore. Now we see Deja fighting off against Carry Barry as shots come in from Kerloff as well. Annihilator's able to kill Senti. Annihilator's getting shot back in return in his rear. There's crossfires coming around everywhere right now, Daki.
The reloads, Carry Barry, Niall, they have all the HP, but they don't have any shells. and it looks like out of range.
It's done.
They might be able to do it.
It's done. Out of range have it. They have the health pool. They have the guns. They have the tanks. GoHard only have 2 tanks left now, which is Carry Barry and Annihilator. Both of them running away to reloads. Out of range have Decha in the 113 on just over 1,000 health. They have Call Me Piotr, 800 health in the back chat with 3 shells left. You have Kerloff here in the back chat, tier 9 with 3 shells left. He's running after Carry Barry. Carry Barry's on a 1-shot now. Kerloff smells blood. He wants that kill. He does it. Annihilator's only tank left. Daki out of range have done it. This is 5-2 out of range.
Can you believe it? Out of range, the boys, they finally come into it. Niall, the last one standing. Niall picks them up, but what does it matter? Out of range got this.
They've done it. They have done it. So, fantastic result there for out of range. They now move on to 13 points. They now move into the safety zone. They are safe this weekend.
We think they are safe. I mean,
13 points should do it.
We kind of have to do the math because of the tiebreakers and all that kind of stuff, but we think it should be enough.
This should put them into joint 6 with Swift, but I don't know who. I don't know who's going to be top out of them and Swift. But by heck, that was a deserved fight out of range. You had to play 2 matches today, 2 tough as hell matches against Utopia. They should have taken more matches. GoHard are a really strong team. Let's not take anything away from GoHard. Hurting a little bit from yesterday, but even then, like, you can't say that. GoHard had 6 wins leading up to that. They lost yesterday, they've lost today.
Even the best are not unbeatable.
Yeah, and they had said, well, they hadn't said that himself. I think it was Mainland had said that on his team. He said, we're not unbeatable, we can still be beaten.
Yeah, nobody's unbeatable by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, out of range, they looked really strong against Utopia already. And now against GoHard, they finally do it. They deserved points against Utopia as well. They should be ahead of Swift at this point because they should have deserved at least 1 or 2 points from Utopia, and they deserve